Hey, how I fix my brain, the food connection that nobody's talking about. 3 months ago, I couldn't focus for the life of me. My memory was shot. My mood, let's just say that my husband started hiding the sharp things around the house. To be honest, I was sleeping 8 hours, but I still felt exhausted. I truly had tried every supplement, every productivity hack, every miracle morning coffee, ice plunges, mid-afternoon supplements, like truly, you name it, I've tried it. Then I discovered what was actually going on and what was broken. It was the things that I was putting on my plate. And once I fixed that, it actually changed everything. Okay. Look, I'm a pretty healthy person. I thought that I was eating pretty okay. You know, overnight oats for breakfast, clean protein bars as a snack, sushi for dinner. But when it really came down to it, mentally, I was a mess. My brain fog was so thick that I would walk into rooms and not even remember why. Mood swings around that time of the month that would make my partner be like, "Are you possessed?" And when it came to focus, who is she? I don't know. I blamed stress, I blamed my phone, I blamed lack of sleep. I even blamed my genetics. Then I started learning about the brain-gut connection, and I started really cleaning up my plate and paying attention to what was in the food I was buying, even if it was healthy. The mental clarity had hit me first, the energy, and then the mood stability. But here's the thing that shocked me. The foods that were sabotaging my brain weren't obvious villains. They were hiding in plain sight, and they were wearing health food costumes. So why does this happen? Your brain only weighs 2% of your body weight, but it actually uses 20% of your energy. So yeah, the quality of fuel, it actually matters a lot. So number one, let's start with sugar. When you eat refined sugar, even if it's in the healthy foods, your blood sugar will spike and then you'll crash. And your brain will crash along with it. And that's when the brain fog, the irritability, and the fatigue all hit you like a truck. Then compare that to brain supportive foods like omega-3s, antioxidants, B vitamins found in salmon, avocados, even eggs. These don't just fuel your brain, they actually repair it. And on top of that, they keep you sharp. I also started deep diving into the brain-gut connection. Now, if you go deep enough, it'll blow your mind. About 90% of your serotonin, that feel-good chemical response for your mood and emotional balance, is actually made in your gut and not your brain. Who knew? So when your gut is inflamed or out of balance, guess what happens to your mood? It tanks. And that was happening to me way too often. And unfortunately, the standard American diet is just not going to cut it. It is a direct hit to your gut lining. Although most of the American diet is convenient, it is loaded with processed foods, additives, refined sugars, inflammatory seed oils. All of these things feed bad bacteria in your gut. And it almost has zero fiber. Okay, so let's talk about the sneaky foods. There were a lot of things that I had to cut out. You know, like the protein bars that look healthy but secretly have a ton of filler and xanthan gum. These will all secretly mess with your brain and gut, and I definitely noticed. And no, I don't mean like soda or donuts or chips. You can find these in your pastas, in your bread, in your dried fruit. These foods had fooled me for years. First up, trail mix. This is candy disguised as dried fruit. Second, healthy salad dressings. They have hidden sugars, inflammatory oils, and gut-disrupting emulsifiers. And those zero-calorie drinks, they are sweetened with artificial junk that confuses your brain. And it eventually destroys your good bacteria. And fourth, protein bars. Not all of them are good. Some are packaged with tons of filler and mystery ingredients. Even things that are labeled keto, plant-based, heart-healthy. Just because it says that on the label doesn't automatically make it good for you. So now I religiously check all of the labels. I went so far one time that when I went to the grocery store and I wanted to find a healthy chip, I quite literally only found one bag of chips that had no bad seed oils, no filler, no xanthan gum, just one. Sad. But here's my personal rule. If it has more than 10 ingredients or ingredients that I personally cannot pronounce, it's not brain food. Now let's talk about artificial sweeteners because I know that that one surprises a lot of people. Now your brain expects sugar when it tastes the sweetness, and then it doesn't get it. That mismatch will confuse your hunger and your reward center. This will often lead to more cravings and just that overall weird, unsatisfied feeling. Even worse, studies show that these sweeteners can actually change your gut bacteria in ways that increase inflammation. 0 calories, but not 0 impact. Blah, blah, blah. And just a quick personal story, the moment that I really saw the difference was when I actually went out of the country and I went to Italy, one of the best food places in the world. I stayed there for about a month and I had all good things, fresh food. And the difference in my brain fog, my energy, it just was wild to really experience it. And then I came back to the US and everything actually just looked like plastic. Okay, so let's talk money because I know what you're thinking. Healthy food can really be expensive. Now, I used to spend probably about $200 a month on grab and goes, protein bars, coffee. I still felt exhausted, I still felt scattered, but now I actually spend less. I batch cook real food, and I really just make simple meals with simple ingredients. Better food doesn't actually cost more, but it does return more. Okay, so number 1, eat protein with every meal. That can be eggs, chicken, tofu, fish, whatever works for you. Now 2, you're gonna add leafy greens. Even if it's just throwing a handful of spinach on a sandwich or in your smoothie. Maybe just make 1 brain boosting change a week. And then pay attention to how you really feel. Your body will tell you what's working. Remember, your brain is the command center for your entire life. It deserves better fuel. Think of yourself as a plant. You need good food, good water, and good sunlight. So if you're tired of feeling tired, start with what's on your plate. Give yourself real nourishment. Journal it down and watch what happens. 1 second, I need to get the shilajit. Okay. By the way, this transformation is actually why I love working with BetterAlt. Eating better made me realize, okay, well, if I eat better, what if I add in supplements? And so it's almost been a year since I started taking their shilajit. This stuff has 85 trace minerals that our body most likely does not receive every single day. And I have noticed a difference in my body, my mind, my mood, just everything. So this guy is actually the longest running supplement that I have ever taken in my life. We also have amazing ashwagandha honey sticks for stress support, and that will pair perfectly with the nutrition changes that we've talked about today. Now, if you want to go deeper, next week we'll be talking more about health foods that are secretly draining your energy and messing with your mood. So don't forget to hit subscribe, and I will see you next week. And drop a comment if you noticed any foods that are affecting your brain. I will read every single one. Bye.